Welcome back to Detail Garage. Today we're going to show you how to use the Chemical Guys Heavy Duty Clay Bar. Now the clay bar is a detailer's secret to restoring a smooth as glass feel to any exterior surface on your vehicle. And as you can hear, this vehicle is extremely contaminated. It's full of dirt, debris, and pollution that's stuck into the pores of the paintwork. The only way to take that out safely without causing any damage is using a clay bar. Now the heavy clay bars is extremely sticky. This is the most hardcore clay bar made by the Chemical Guys. It's going to pull out intense debris, intense stuck-on contamination, and even heavy oxidation that builds up on the surface of your paint finish. So to get started with the detail, I first need to wash off any debris and loose dirt that's on the surface. So I'm going to use EcoSmart waterless detailing solution to remove any of that grime without causing any additional swirls or scratches. When I use the heavy-duty clay bar, I need to use a lubricant to help glide it across the surface. So I'm going to use the Clay Luber from Chemical Guys to help me glide the clay bar and remove any stuck-on contamination. Then finally, I'm going to use the Torque 10FX and V36 cutting polish to restore the gloss and shine and remove any swirls, scratches, and wash marring all over the trunk of this Mercedes. So looking on the rear end of this Mercedes-Benz, we see there's tons of dirt, tons of grime. The car has seen much better days. The paint is pretty much trash, so that's why we need to get to polishing. And like I said, it's extremely contaminated, so that's why we need to go through all these steps to prep the paintwork. If we don't take out that rough feeling, it's gonna clog up our buffing pad. We're gonna cause additional marring and scratches with the machine polisher. We're just not gonna get good results. So you need to do all the prep work before you get involved with a full-blown detail. So to get started, I have my EcoSmart solution ready to go. And I'm just gonna spray down the lid of the trunk. See, there's heavy dirt here where the license plate used to be. We need to take out all this contamination. Now we've already actually washed the rest of the car, so I'm only concerned with the trunk right now. And the trick to using EcoSmart is you need to wipe the product in one direction. If I was just to buff back and forth now, I would be grinding all of this dirt and filth into the paintwork, which is effectively, what sandpaper is. So I wipe in one way to pick it up off of the vehicle. And then as I wipe, I roll the towel up so that I'm not wiping with the same leading edge as I go. So that's how we use a waterless wash without scratching any paintwork. And then once the towel is totally saturated, I use the 4-fold method to flip to a clean side to continue cleaning the car without installing any scratches. There we go. Extremely rough feel. Now the heavy-duty clay bar from Chemical Guys comes in a 100-gram block. It comes in 2 pieces here. You can see they're individually wrapped. Now all you need is 1 piece at a time. You don't need to use both pieces. You don't want to use everything you get. I'm actually going to take this piece, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break off about 1/3 of this piece and use the larger piece when I detail the car. So about 2/3 of one of these pieces. Now, this is all I need to get started. I simply take the clay bar and mold it into a flat disc-shaped patty. Now, this quantity is a perfect amount, and this helps protect me and my investment in my tools and my equipment. So if you ever drop a piece of clay on the ground, it's the same thing as dropping bubble gum. You can't use it again, you have to throw it away. It'll pick up any grit and any pieces of dirt that's on the ground, and then you effectively have sandpaper, so you can't use that piece anymore. So I have a little disc-shaped patty. I'll take my clay lubricant, and I'm gonna start on this half of the trunk. So I spray the lubricant down on the surface, and then you scrub with the clay bar very vigorously, putting a good amount of pressure down on the paint system. And you can hear the contamination being pulled off. You can hear it start off loud, and then it gets quieter as I go. So that means we're pulling off all the contamination that's stuck on the surface of the paintwork. And we're restoring a smooth as glass feel to this surface. And checking out our results so far on the trunk of the car. Now, just using a clay bar, we've restored a lot of gloss because now there's no more contamination blocking the reflection. And now you can see the true extent of all these scratches, swirls, and marring marks that are all over the trunk lid. But what do you hear? Surface is smooth as glass. So we've taken away all that heavy contamination. Now we're gonna follow up with a polish using our Torque 10FX and V36 optical grade cutting polish. I've chosen the green pad. My experience, this is a good combination to use on earlier 2000 Mercedes-Benz paints. So I'm gonna try this out for my test spot. And if this combination works, I'll continue, use it on the rest of the car. If I need more aggressive combination, I'll try using an orange pad or even a cutting compound or microfiber pad, and then see what kind of results I get from there. So I'll just do half of the trunk lid. I'll go on this side of the trunk, polish out my test spot. Spreading out the polish. I'll use speed setting 1 to spread the polish over the area, and then speed setting 6 with moderate pressure down on the machine, and working in a 50-50 overlap, left to right, up and down, until the polish turns nice and clear. That's when I know that it's done its job. So I finished with my polishing pass. Polish is broken down and is looking nice and clear. I'll get a fresh workhorse microfiber towel, buff off any residue, and check out the results. And just with one pass, I can see we have reversed a lot of the ravages of time here. We've restored a lot of gloss, a lot of shine, taken out a lot of scratches, oxidation, and intense water spots. There are still some very deep defects. This car has obviously been very abused, but we can't get 100% paint restoration on a vehicle like this. It's just not possible without just repainting the vehicle. So now you see how easy it is to use the black clay bar during your regular detail to take off heavy contamination. If you have any more questions about the products that we used in the video today, you can check them out on our website. Links are right below in the description. If you want to learn more about detailing any part of your car, inside or out, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have over 800 videos showing you how to do just about anything. You got a nice car? Let's keep it clean with Chemical Guys.